Have you ever felt like you're just running on a financial treadmill? You work so hard, you finally get that raise you've been hoping for, but somehow you end up right back where you started. Well, today we're going to dig into why that happens, and more importantly, how some really ancient wisdom can help us finally get off that treadmill for good. We are talking about the biblical path to avoiding lifestyle creep.
I mean, let's just be real for a second. Have you ever had that feeling? You get the raise, you're celebrating, you feel like you finally arrived. And then, boom. A couple months go by, you look at your bank account, and it's like a magic trick. The money just disappeared. You're left wondering, where in the world did it all go?
If that sounds familiar, you are definitely not alone. There's actually a name for this. It's called lifestyle creep. And it's kind of like a gas that just expands to fill whatever container it's in. Our spending has this sneaky habit of just expanding to meet our new income, leaving us feeling pretty much just as broke as we were before.
And what's really wild is that this is not a new problem. Not at all. We're talking thousands of years ago. The Bible was already on this. This proverb, it just nails it, doesn't it? The wise, they store up, but fools, they gulp theirs down. It's such a powerful picture that perfectly captures what lifestyle creep is all about.
Okay, so how does this sneaky trap actually get us? See, it's not some big, sudden ambush. It's way more subtle than that. Think of it like a slow, creeping vine. It whispers in your ear that you deserve these little upgrades. It's not one giant, reckless purchase. It's a whole bunch of small, innocent-looking decisions that slowly but surely tighten their grip.
And here's exactly how it plays out. You get a raise, and all of a sudden, that bigger apartment with the killer view, it seems totally doable. A bonus comes in. Feels like free money, right? So why not book that spontaneous trip you've been dreaming of? And little by little, ordering takeout becomes the new normal, and you start grabbing an Uber instead of waiting for the bus. Every single one of those decisions feels fine in the moment. But before you know it, every single new dollar you earn already has a name on it.
Now let's be super clear about this. Enjoying your money is not the problem here. A beautiful home, a vacation you'll remember forever, those can be amazing things. The real danger is when those upgrades eat up every last penny, leaving you with absolutely zero financial breathing room. No margin. No safety net for when life, does what life does. No extra to be generous. And no real way to build for your future.
And this is where we shift from a simple financial talk to something much, much deeper. I mean, listen to these words from Jesus. They just cut right to the heart of it. Our lives are not measured by how much stuff we have. But isn't that the exact lie that lifestyle creep whispers to us? That a better, happier life is just one more purchase, one more upgrade away?
So if we're saying this is a spiritual issue, what are the actual dangers? Why is this habit about so much more than just a few bad money moves? Well, it really all boils down to one fundamental question. What is money actually for?
So here we have a choice, a fundamental one. Do we look at money as a trophy, something to show off, to polish, a symbol of our success? Or do we see it as a tool, a powerful tool we can use to build a secure life, to give a helping hand to others, and to create something that actually matters in the world?
You see, when we start treating money like a trophy, the consequences are huge. Saving starts to feel like a punishment, not a priority. Giving becomes this thing we'll do someday, when we have more. And the real irony, our stress can actually go up because we get trapped in this lifestyle that we have to keep feeding. But the biggest danger of all is that we train our own hearts to never be satisfied, to always be wanting more.
And this verse, man, it's the perfect antidote to that endless chase for more. It tells us that the real prize, the great gain, isn't a bigger paycheck. It's the deep, profound peace that comes from being content. In a world that is screaming at us 24/7 about what we don't have, this idea of being truly content right here, right now, that is nothing short of revolutionary.
Okay, we've taken the problem apart. We've seen the dangers. So what's the way out? Well, the good news is the Bible doesn't just tell us what's wrong, it gives us the cure. And it's a surprisingly practical, really powerful strategy.
This analogy from Proverbs is just brilliant. It says, hey, go look at the ant. What does that tiny little creature do? It works its tail off all summer in the season of plenty to get ready for winter. For us, a raise, a bonus, a new client, that's our summer. The ant's wisdom is timeless. You save first. You build up your reserves when things are good.
And this right here lays it out so clearly. The world's way is always screaming, earn more, but the wise way knows something different.
It's not about what you make, it's about what you keep. It's a huge shift, from a life built on indulgence to one built on discipline. And that, right there, is the path to real financial freedom.
So how do we actually do this? Here's a super simple but really powerful rule you can use. Let's call it the 50-25-25 split. Anytime you get new income, a raise, a bonus, whatever, before you even think about spending it, you split it. Half of it, 50%, goes straight to your future. Savings, investments, paying down debt. Then, 25% goes toward generosity. And that last 25%, that's yours to enjoy, guilt-free. It's a simple system, but it's a rock-solid defense against lifestyle.
Okay, now we're getting to what might be the most important piece of this whole puzzle, because the financial strategy, the numbers, that's crucial, but it's totally useless without the right mindset. And that mindset is built on a radical idea, that contentment isn't some feeling that just happens to you, it's a skill you can learn.
Now listen really closely to the word the Apostle Paul uses here. He doesn't say he was born content. He doesn't say he just was content. He says he learned to be content. Learned. That changes everything, doesn't it? It means it's not some personality trait you either have or you don't. It's a practice. It's a muscle we can actually build, a skill we can develop no matter what our bank account looks like.
So how do we train this contentment muscle? Here are 3 simple workouts you can start today. First, practice delaying upgrades. Just because you can afford it doesn't mean you have to buy it right now. Give it time. Second, you have to call a ceasefire in the comparison wars. Seriously. Log off Instagram, stop looking at what your neighbor's doing, and just focus on your own journey. And third, become a purposeful spender. Before you buy something, just ask yourself, why do I really want this?
And let me tell you, the rewards for doing this work, they're priceless. This isn't about living a smaller life. It's about gaining a life that's abundant in the ways that actually matter. We're talking about the peace of mind that comes from being secure, the financial flexibility to chase your passions, not just a paycheck, and the incredible freedom to say no to things because you are not a slave to your own lifestyle. So in the end, it really all comes down to a single choice, a choice that we make every single day with every single dollar we earn. Are we going to choose the path of stewardship or the path of status? It's worth asking, which path are you on right now?
This slide just captures the trade-off perfectly. I mean, look at this. Lifestyle creep. It's so seductive. It promises comfort and instant gratification, but really it's a gilded cage. It delivers pressure and traps you in a cycle of always wanting. The other path? Biblical stewardship. Yeah, it requires discipline. It's a steeper climb, but that's the path that leads to the summit, to real, lasting freedom.
So let's be absolutely clear. The goal here isn't to shrink your life. Not at all. It's to expand your freedom. So by all means, grow your income, grow your savings, grow your investments, but never, ever let your spending grow faster than your wisdom.
And so I'll just leave you with this one final thought to chew on. If you woke up tomorrow and magically your income had doubled, would your peace double too? Or would you just have a bigger set of worries, a longer list of wants? The answer to that question, well, it'll tell you everything you need to know about your real relationship with money. Thanks for thinking through this with me.